I think Melanie Mac's channel got demonetized, and I also think she got in trouble for some of her older videos. So we're gonna look at a video from Cam Nuggets in just a moment, a clip from a Cam Nuggets video where he talks about Melanie Mac's channel. She did a video here talking about like content creators are snakes. It's a vague booking video. It's like 16 minutes of her rambling on about like people on YouTube doing the typical grifty stuff that we've been talking about for years, and that they stab each other in the back, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But she never names any names. It's literally her just saying, these people are snakes and they're all going to do X, Y, Z to you and blah, 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 but never ever drops any names. It's a huge vague booking video. It's really frustrating. I watched it thinking, is she going to talk about who these snakes are? And she never gets to it. But I didn't bother to look at her channel. I hadn't actually gone back to her channel page in a while. And we're going to look at the channel page here in detail in a second. But I did see a video suggested to me from Cam Nuggets. We're going to click over here to the video titled Melanie Mac is Losing Her Mind, the Quartering Drama. Now, I've tried not to click on too many of these quartering drama videos because I think I've heard just about everything I need to hear about it unless something else big comes out. But everybody's really rolling with it right now. And so I'm getting suggested a lot of quartering videos. But this one was about Melanie Mac. And I thought, okay, I'm going to watch it because I've been keeping up with her content somewhat since she came back to YouTube after getting married and becoming a trad wife. But in this video clip, he shows something and I was kind of shocked. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't notice a couple of these things. So let's watch this clip and then I want to talk about what he says here. And then we're going to do a little bit of our own investigating.
Now, while I was looking into Melanie Mac for this video, I noticed that her views are like insanely low. I also noticed that she literally has like 9 videos up on her channel, right? Which caused me to do even more research and look into Melanie Mac. This is a chance called View Stats, and it actually tells you like when people are losing subs, when they're losing views, right? So in the past 28 days, Melanie Mac has deleted 9 million views worth of videos.
I think this is really interesting. If you saw my video on Eric July, I talked about him deleting videos as well. I wonder if something is going on behind the scenes at YouTube when it comes to these channels and the kind of content they're making. I think something might be going on. I don't have enough evidence yet, so it's sort of just speculation. But now we're seeing like Eric July deleted, over 100,000 views. Melanie Mac deleted millions of views. She dropped down to 9 videos on her channel. We know Eric July deleted some videos. Something feels like it could be going on. We'll talk more about that in a second.
Literally lost 22 million monthly views in the course of a month. Obviously, she's going back and deleting her old content for whatever reason, even now resorting to shorts, kind of like her boy, the quartering. And it's just very unusual, which caused me to look into another thing. She's not monetized anymore.
All right, this is the next thing where I was like, what? Melanie Mac is not monetized? What? Now, if you guys remember, she made a video where she talked about not needing the money on YouTube. She doesn't have to do this for money anymore because she's married now and her husband takes care of the two of them. She's a trad wife. He pays all the bills, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. She said all of that. But I didn't expect her channel to be demonetized. But let's be clear here. Her channel had numerous videos over the years that violated YouTube's terms of service. They just never did anything about it. And I never thought they would do anything about it. So it's a little odd here that she's demonetized and no one knew about this. So put these pieces together, deleted videos. There's only like 11 videos on her channel. She had hundreds, maybe thousands of videos before. And this is showing that she's no longer monetized. Deleted videos, change of the type of content you're making, and demonetization all seem super sketch.
This channel, Melanie Mac Go Boom, is not monetized, which means she's not making money off of YouTube right now, whether it be through ads. She's not age restricted. So I don't know what happened, right? Obviously, this is not a great look for someone whose entire content is like grifting and like making content about how like woke stuff is gay and woke stuff is lame. Here's an example of a good creator, a goat right here, Cam Nugget. He is monetized with ads, right? So this is what it would look like if you are monetized and Melanie Mac is not. And I'm wondering if that's what caused her to delete all of her videos. Maybe she had like some offensive content. YouTube was like, yeah, you got to get.
Maybe she had some offensive content. Maybe. He's like, maybe YouTube is telling her she had to remove some stuff. Maybe some stuff she did was offensive.
Get rid of all this before we're going to give you your monetization back. It also makes me wonder if she got demonetized for off-platform behavior. If you didn't know, Melanie Mac went viral, I want to say like last year, because she would go on Twitter and just post videos of her saying the F word. Like that was literally all she did. She would reply to things about gay people, reply to things about like the LGBTQ, whatever, and be like, and she would just say the word, right? And that's kind of what popped her off. And people were like posting that Lego gif, like, oh my God, a hot girl who says the F word. And it's like, it's just cringy because again, this chick is pushing 40 and like, yeah, we've all heard that word before. Having all this.
All right, I'm going to jump in here. Because the thing is, it wasn't just replying to gay stuff when she said the F slur. Like I've seen her make videos where she talks about God and the Bible and Jesus, and she uses the F slur, and it's kind of just her thing. Now she's the girl that says the F slur, and that's what people mostly outside of like our space know her as, the girl that does the F slur. And so she's found success in doing that on shorts. If you go to her shorts, you find that word used quite often in shorts, and I'm not sure if it's because shorts are evaluated differently than like regular videos on your channel. I'm not sure. But before we get too far into that, because we are going to watch a clip from her as well about some other drama that got her channel banned on Twitch. She gets banned on Twitch a lot, but this one's different, I promise you. My theory is exactly what Cam Nugget said. I think at some point, because nobody noticed it, at some point within the last 3 months, Melanie Mac lost her monetization. And she worked out some sort of, I guess, deal through YouTube that if she got rid of a bunch of the videos that were flagged or a problem, or I don't know, they could have been reported. I have no idea. Whatever the issue was, the ones that were not supposed to be there, she could get rid of those and then she could get monetization back. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe there was a lot of evidence in those older videos of things that were not good that might have had to do with the quartering drama that's going on right now. Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe it was a combination of everything. Maybe she was like, I'm not going to go through and delete a handful of videos. I'm just going to delete a bunch of them or private a bunch of them, because if you private them, they would also be off your account. We don't know for sure if they're deleted. They could be private. They could be unlisted. If she goes through and does that, then she doesn't have to go through and like cherry pick every single video. She can just do all of them at one time. Maybe that's why she did it, and they gave her monetization back, because I looked today using the same site that Cam was using, which is the YouTube monetization checker. And we'll look at it right here. And her channel is now monetized. So let's look at how this all played out. Channel no longer monetized, removal of millions of views of videos prior to like 11 videos ago, all gone, all purged somehow, some way. And now monetization is back on the channel. So it's making a lot of sense if you sort of put it all together there to try and figure out what's going on. And let's go back to her channel one more time. As you can see here, these are all the videos she has. These are it. Anti-gay video, I'm back video, or yeah, I guess where I've been, I'm back video. More personal videos, another personal video, anti-gay video, Supergirl video, anti-gay video, quartering drama, anti-gay video, drama video, and then about, surprisingly, YouTube demonetization, which I think is really interesting if you consider the circumstances right now. So yeah, this is what I believe happened. Melanie Mac had a bunch of videos that YouTube decided were no longer good for them. She had to remove them to get monetization back. She probably thought it was a good time to just go ahead and purge a bunch of other content from her channel. And all that is gone. She's mostly making shorts now, as Cam said. So that's what she's focused on. that and defending the quartering and going on the quartering streams as well. Now, here's something interesting. Her Twitch channel, I saw this short as well. We're going to watch this here. Her Twitch channel was, I guess, banned, like completely banned, not a temporary ban, like a complete ban. Here, let's watch the video, and then I want to talk about this as well.
Well, TikTok banned my Bible page where all I did was read Bible verses. That's it. I didn't do anything controversial. I didn't ask for money. I didn't do anything at all but read Bible verses. That's all I did. And they banned the page. So I submitted an appeal. They got back with me and said that I had account violations. But they didn't say what those violations were. All I did was read the Bible on there. So, yeah, I can't do anything about it. I tried to appeal and they denied it. So if you guys were watching my Bible Time account on TikTok, then you're gonna have to watch it on another platform, which I have it on other platforms. If you just search Bible Time with Melanie Mac, you can find it there if you still want to see it. But yeah, unfortunately, TikTok is being dumb and they banned it. So it is what it is. But anyway, still got the Bible Time going on elsewhere. It just won't be on TikTok.
All right, so I want to stop there. Sorry, I thought it was Twitch. It's TikTok is what she said, because I caught the end of the video. So let's take a look at Melanie Mac's Bible Time video on YouTube to see how active it is, because she seems very upset about all this, right? Oh, she hasn't made a video in 6 months. She hasn't made a full video in 6 months. It looks like she's over here doing shorts as well. So it looks like Melanie Mac, as far as I can tell, with the exception of a couple of videos where she was talking about drama and some anti-gay stuff, she's exclusively doing short form content now. She's moving away from long form content and just doing short form content, probably because she doesn't care too much about the ad revenue that she would get from making long form content. It's probably easier for her, and her husband probably appreciates it, where she's just doing short form content, where she doesn't have to like do a lot of editing, spend a lot of time in front of the computer. I'm assuming that's what's going on. If you look at everything, you put this whole puzzle together, it seems like that's what's going on with this situation, with this scenario. And Cam also pointed out, and let's go back to her main channel, because I did want to look at this. If you look at Melanie's long form videos, they're not getting a lot of views. They're not getting a ton. Her biggest viewed video recently was the drama with the quartering, but that doesn't speak to her channel, because anybody making quartering videos are going to be getting elevated views at the moment. So that's not really exclusive to her. Doesn't look like she's making a ton of views. Like, she talked about her husband getting canceled. I was going to react to this video at one point. I never got around to it. Everything else is just sort of like lower view, like Gay is a Choice, 18K views. Wow. Look, 2 hours ago, 1.3K views on this. Like, it's people aren't really checking for Melanie Mac anymore. She's damaged her brand. Let's talk a little bit about the removal from TikTok, the platform, because of Bible Time stuff. As Cam pointed out in his video, she's known for being the girl who says F slurs. And so it's quite possible that she had more than one channel on TikTok, or a video where she replied to somebody or said something edgy or controversial. If you think for a second that I believe that Melanie Mac was making content without being edgy or saying hateful stuff about gay people, if you want me to believe that, you got to get me super high. I got to be super, like, you got to make me as high as I've ever been in my life for me to believe that Melanie Mac was completely unoffensive at all on any channel, on any platform where she was making content, whether it be TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, wherever it is. I've seen her F slur anywhere she can get away with it. Now on YouTube, on long form videos like this, if you say it, you're probably going to get in trouble, or you will get some sort of restriction on your video. I don't know how that functions on shorts, because she says it on shorts completely unedited, and it doesn't seem to affect anything on her channel in shorts. But this all sort of ties together. The reason why I'm making this video is this sort of ties together to the larger, if you zoom out and you look at everything that's happening right now with the content creator space on YouTube when it comes to the grifter chud content. You look at what Eric July is doing we're probably not going to have to cover Eric July again because he doesn't seem to be interested in making anti-woke content anymore. He just doesn't seem to be interested in doing that. So we're probably not going to be talking about Eric July much more unless he dives back into that stuff, which thank goodness. The last video I made on him, I was like, I might never have to watch an Eric July video ever again after this, if he is going to follow through with what he was saying. And then you have Melanie Mac here, who doesn't seem to be straying away too much from the controversial stuff, but moving into short form content, which is easy, packaged, digestible content that people scroll on while they're sitting on their toilet. And that's what she's making primarily. She's moving away from the long form content. And it looks like she had to remove a ton of hateful content. Like the best part for me is that the Melanie Mac videos over the years where she attacked gay people, attacked trans people, and they were just out there floating around the internet for everybody to just stumble upon. It looks like those videos are gone. So I feel like that's a win no matter which way you look at it, that's gone. Eric July deleted a ton of videos. I haven't gone through to see which one those are, but I'm assuming there is culture war stuff that he was doing. So looking at all of that, it seems to me like the trend is continuing. The Daily Wire, unrelated to Melanie Mac, but Daily Wire is imploding. They've gotten rid of a bunch of people. They fired a bunch of people. I'll probably make a video on that this week as well. We might even talk about it on the Copecast. But it does look like this grifty space, this hateful rhetoric, this outrage content is finally, we're seeing the effects of it in real time, where people are just no longer benefiting from doing it the way they did it before. It's not happening that way. And also the quartering drama, seeing how all this is playing out, also shows yet again that the internal fighting in this community, the way they're kind of going at each other hardcore, like video after video after video after, and I'm not talking about one or two videos I get. I'm talking like entire channels making just multiple videos about the quartering. It's become its own little drama train because there really isn't a lot for them to talk about at the moment. And trust and believe, they're not calling out the quartering because they feel like, oh, we're better than him. We're calling him out because we don't believe in any of these values or whatever. No, they're calling him out because he's really weak right now. He's one of the larger creators. Most of them don't like each other. So when she says content creators are snakes, most of them don't like each other. You talk about Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, who says, I never had a problem with the quartering. Clearly you had a problem with the quartering. These guys don't get along with each other. That's the reality of it. So as soon as they see a chance to take out one that has a weak point or something they've done controversial, they can go after them. They're going to do it because it's content for their channel. And that content allows them to make more and more money off of the outrage. And they don't have to create narrative. They don't have to create Star Wars is dead, Disney is dead, Marvel is dead, MCU. They don't have to create those things because they can literally just go after somebody that is putting their foot in their mouth, like Jeremy the Quartering, who continuously keeps doing this. And I don't think they're going to stop until he is completely gone off the internet. Melanie Mac is part of that. She's completely, symbiotically attached to the Quartering at this point. She's going to bat for him until the end. It's very clear to me that there's no contingency plan for Melanie Mac. There's no parachute. There's no way for her to get out of this. She is ride or die for the Quartering. And it doesn't look like the Quartering is going to pull out of this at all. To me, I think that this is it, I think, for his relevancy in the space. So we'll see what's going to happen. I'm not totally sure, but it is going to be interesting to see where all this ends up with Melanie Mac and stuff. But anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this in the comments below, and I'll talk with everybody later.